We were discussing again yesterday the berachot of the simanim on Rosh Hashanah night. So just to recap again, yesterday we said that one makes first kiddush, hamotzi, has a kezayit, and then he could start the simanim. Now there are two different customs in regards to when a person makes the beracha. Yesterday we mentioned one, that they first put in, the first thing in the simanim is that they do the dates and they say ha'etz as it's one of the shvat haminim, and then they go on into the rest of the other ones as the order goes. There are other customs. Some have the custom to have tapuach as the first. But those that have that custom, usually, again, I can't say everyone, but they have the custom before they make hamotzi, that they have ha'etz on the table and they have adama, and they will take the grape. They have usually grapes. Grapes is one of the shvat haminim. Eres hitah usora gefen utena. So gefen is one of them. And there they'll take the grape. They'll make a ha'etz on it, and then adama in order to be motzi, in case any of the other things that may be considered part of the seudah may not be considered part of the seudah. Definitely a banana, eating it before the seudah is for sure not considered. They'll take a banana, they'll make adama, and then afterwards they'll make hamotzi, make regular, they'll have their kezayit of bread, and they'll start their simanim afterwards with yehiratzon, and they'll start with tapuach. That's the one according to that minhag. There are other customs, so of course there's different according to each person, according to their custom, whichever way you do. They're both correct. Again, we don't have any questions on either one. Now, Halakha says, "Rashai kol echad ve'echad lebenei habayit levarech be'atzmo berkat peri ha'etz u'berkat shechiyan." Again, each person on the table is allowed to make his own beracha, and maybe even preferable, especially if you want to get the me'ah berachot b'chol yom. So again, you don't have to rely on the Baal HaBayit who's making a ha'etz and say, well, I'm yotzei with him and I can't make a beracha. If you want, you could do that. But if you want to make your own beracha, one is allowed to do so. You listen to the Baal HaBayit, he says the beracha, you say amen, and then you can make your own beracha right afterwards, and of course eat. Also, the next part, which is the yehiratzon. The yehiratzon is not a berachah. Yehiratzon is a tefillah, it's a prayer. And therefore, each person should say his own prayer and not rely on the Baal HaBayit, especially for those that don't even hear the Baal HaBayit and they just eat it and that's it. It's a tefillah. You're saying a prayer to Borei Olam that we should have many mitzvot, or that we should have, our enemies destroyed, or whatever else that we're praying for. It's a tefillah, and therefore one should concentrate. He should have kavanah, and then say the tefillah with kavanah, and then a person eats it. As again, it's a siman. It's a good sign for each person to have during this period of time. Now, in regards to when to make the yehiratzon, in case you are making the beracha afterwards. Again, if you're making the berachot of ha'etz and adama before you made hamotzi, so then you have no questions afterwards. You just make the yehiratzon and you eat. However, if you are making the ha'etz later on, in that case, halakha says make sure to make ha'etz first, eat a little bit, and then yehiratzon. Why? Because first you praise Borei Olam. First you say a tefillah for Borei Olam, for God, and then you ask for your own personal needs. You don't say the yehiratzon first, and then say the beracha on the fruit. So therefore, again, the way to do it correctly is you make the beracha ha'etz, you eat a little bit, and then yehiratzon. Don't say the yehiratzon in between, as that could be considered a hefsek between the beracha and the eating. So then again, you make ha'etz, you eat right away some small piece, you say the yehiratzon, the tefillah, and then you eat it, and bezat Hashem tekubal tefilatenu beratzon.